Well, today I am located here in the north coast of the Dominican Republic. My name is Cerise Fairfax. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the Dominican Republic. My gosh, whoops. Guys, be careful. Careful, hero. Welcome to my dogs as well. I have dogs here. So, hey guys, today, well, let's do a little bit of an update. Yesterday, when I was on Playa Sosua, shh. Yesterday, when I was on Playa Sosua, we did a video on everything, talking about a lot. And it was great though. I ended up making two videos on Playa Sosua. It was wonderful. We had Bagwan, so shouts out to Bagwan. Bagwan came here from the United States. He's well traveled himself, young man. Him and his fiance are going strong. God bless them. And his mom Orsan, Arsan, you guys, you raised a really good son, I got to tell you. And he came here, Bagwan came here, and he said to his mom, you know what, you love it in the Dominican Republic. And she watches my channel a lot. And so he said to her, you know, we'll go to the Dominican Republic and you retire there and live there. So that's what was on yesterday. Please watch the video yesterday. It was on the beach. It's a couple of videos before this one. It was amazing to be able to hear a son testify how much he loves his mom and how much he wants his mom to come here and have a beautiful life with a great standard of living at an economical cost, which helps people to live even more comfortably. And that was another thing I was saying is don't be embarrassed. Yesterday, another video, don't be embarrassed if you're living on a budget. You know, a lot of people, they are a little bit embarrassed about it. And, you know, then other people, they'll be like, no, Cerise, get me an apartment for 150 bucks a month. And that's almost impossible. It's not impossible, but in Sosua, it's almost impossible. Outside of Sosua, no, it's not impossible at all. It's quite possible. No, 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 no. The camera's here. Ah. So, yes, some people, you know, have absolutely a good wish list, and they'll contact me and they want a place on the beach, and they have no qualms asking for it to be 100 bucks a month sometimes, and that's not possible, right? So when I say living on a budget, coming here to Sosua or just the Dominican Republic in general, there are some strategies that you'll have to take hold of. There are some things that you'll have to realize now if you really want to cut down in rent. There are some people living in Cabarete and the native area, and they're paying 90 bucks a month for rent. Those ones are a little hard to come by, but they're just a little studio apartment. You have a washroom and there's no hot water. So that's something that you have to take into consideration. And there's no 24-hour electricity. That's also something else that you have to take into consideration. I lived in a place before with no hot water and also no generator, like for 24-hour electricity, and it was fine. And that was living on a budget. That was coming here and saving money. I didn't know what was available to me when I first came here. And the person that I was with at the time was a Dominican living quite humbly, and he never really lived outside of his comfort zone before. So he didn't really know what was available either. So, you know, I lived with him and with his circumstances, his economical circumstances, and we moved out to the countryside, and so I didn't have any hot water. At that time, I really didn't do my research on the Dominican Republic at all, and I had no clue what was going on here. So I didn't realize that there are a lot of wealthy Dominicans, and there are a lot of people with hot water and 24-hour electricity all the time, and they don't experience any power outages or any hot water. There are some places here that you can drink right straight out of the tap, and you don't have to worry about bottled water at all. So, you know, I had to learn that as I was here, and, you know, you'll also learn that. And if you really want to cut your costs and live on a budget and come here and really live comfortably, it is possible for you to do that. Definitely. Now, can you live on $1,500 a month? USD. Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you how in a second. I don't know where my glasses are. I forgot them. But let me see if I can read the screen. This is horrible. Let me go get my glasses. Okay, hold on. Stick with me, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Just give me a moment. I got them right here, guys. I got them. Okay, here we go. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. I put this camera down, but I do want to read the messages that are here right now. Chaz55, what's up, sweetheart? Hello, C. Hello, back to you, C. Traveling things with Profe. Agayu. Agayu. I know I always butcher your name. I apologize. Hello. Rory, how are you? Hola, Cerise. Hello. North Coast has been exploited over the years. You know, I've only been here myself for a few years. Let me see. A couple of years. Over a couple of years. 2.5 years to be total. A little bit, actually, closer to 3 years. So, and I've seen it change. I've seen it go from like groups of men walking on the beach all the time together and stuff like that to groups of couples now. And I see a lot of women and stuff, but not as many women as before, you know. And that's going to also be in part of this conversation today too. I don't have a lot of battery in my phone. I did a lot of work this today on my cell phone. You guys know it's always something's always up with my battery because I'm always using my phone for everything. But I want to make sure I stay on topic today because this is a very important topic. Can you live here on 1500? Now, remember, the women is going to be part of the part of that. Okay, so you let's say you have 1500 bucks. You're working on a budget. Take that 1500 and break it up into 3 parts. Okay, those 3 parts are going to be one, your rent. Now, your rent might be 250 bucks a month. You might want to go for one of those really inexpensive places, a little out of the city. And you might, and it doesn't mean you're not going to get hot water, by the way. Not all of the places are without hot water. Some of them do have hot water. So you just want to look around and, you know, let me know what your options are because it's one of the things that I do too. For those of you who are just joining me here for the first time, I do help people find apartments here as well. And lately, I've been encouraging people to look outside of Sosua, especially if you're coming as a family. You know, I remember one family, especially the husband, he said, Cerise, I don't want anywhere outside of the tourist area. And I said, why? And he said, because I don't, you know, he doesn't want to have to, you know, get in any fights. He doesn't want to be alone. He doesn't want to be in a culture that, you know, he might feel like he's in danger. And I was like, oh no, that's not what you're going to experience here. You know, a lot of these places that I'm going to open up to you guys and show you that are here, they're not so much in the countryside that, you know, you're going to be pillaged. At the same time, even if they are way in the countryside, you're going to find so much love. You're going to find so much welcome. Like, they'll look at you at first to see who you are, where you come from, but then once they've asked their questions and they find out who you are, a month later, you're like Dominican for them. They'll bring you mangoes, you know, they'll bring you food when they cook. And especially if you give them like, you know, a couple of 100 pesos here and there, like when they do give you food, they'll always, it's like family all the time. So you don't have to be worried about living outside of the tourist area here. Everyone treats everyone like everyone, you know, especially if you are on an income that is very budget friendly, and you know, it also it requires you to kind of live a little more humble. That's fine. Nobody's going to want to rob someone that's living in their own area. and it's not like Canada. I can't speak for America, but I am Canadian. I can speak for Canada. In Canada, there's a lot of places that are very dangerous. So, in saying that, I think just in general, with the 1500, you take that 500 and you look at your rent. Now that, let's say your rent is 500. Okay, that is the average rent here lately for one bedroom. Okay, 500 is the average rent. For me, there's most times you're gonna get them at 800 in Cabarete, 900 a month, sometimes just 500 a week, and on Airbnb and stuff like that. So, okay, but my average going rate right now with high season and trying to get it as inexpensively priced for you as possible, working through the landlords and not through the Airbnb platform where it tends to be a little bit more expensive, you know, it's usually the going rate 500. Again, you can get it a lot cheaper. I'm talking about 500 on the beach in Cabarete, not on the beach, but like in front of the beach in Cabarete. If you guys know where Banco Popular is, down by that area. Not in Callejon de la Loma. In Callejon de la Loma, I have an apartment there for $390 a month. And there's a pool on the premises. If you're going to be there long term, it's perfect for you. All you have to do is buy your own internet every month. Get your own internet every month, and that's like 20 bucks. Or if you get yourself your own cell phone, then like your own number here, then it's like 20 bucks a month or less, especially if you're only topping up every now and again and you primarily use your internet when you're out and about. If you're a person that likes to stay home and you like Facebook and all the internet applications, like all the fun places to go and everything on internet, you're going to want the internet at your place. And that place, 390 bucks a month. So if you factor out 500 for your rent every month and you're only paying 390, then you have that extra 110 bucks, I guess, to be able to do what? Save. So if you're here to save money, that's how you're going to save money, through paying less expensive rent. Okay, that's how you're going to save money on your rent. Sometimes food can be expensive, but if you can save enough money on your rent by using that 1/3 of the 1500, let's take it back to that 500. If you're using that 500 as your rent, as your electricity, and just to kind of buy little food items or whatever, comfort items for yourself, maybe a new blanket or maybe your own toaster or whatever's in the apartment, and you're there long term and you don't know, you just want something comfortable, you'll have that extra cash to do that with. And or again, you can save it. But here, when you do rent long term, you will have to pay electricity. So that takes us into our other part of the 1500. That's going to go now into the other 500, okay? Because the first 500 is for, like I said, your rent. Let's just say your rent, since the average is 500. Again, there's so much you can do by getting less expensive rent, and there's so much you could do with that money, but that is your choice what you want to do with that top up that you save. So now let's move forward again, okay, on the second part of the 500. So we have the second part of the 500. What are you going to do with that? That's a large chunk of money, okay, because your rent's already paid. That's your main issue right there. Look at electricity. That should be your next part. Your next 500 should have to do with your bills that you're going to pay here. Okay, now I have a lot of people ask me about the cost of living, and I can only speak for me. My cost of living is very low, it's very cost effective, and it's very much on a really low scale. I mean, honestly, my bills are my cell phone every month, and also, by the way, am I getting a good live feed here, guys? I'm not looking at the messages, but I just want to see if I'm getting a good live feed, because I want you guys to get this information. And it's also very windy out right now, and I'm speaking about the internet on my cell phone as my bill, and I'm just hoping that the internet's good right now, because when I do my live to airs, I like to top up on my internet, so I have a lot of data, and it doesn't get sketchy on me like that. And I'm going to teach you guys how to do that as well, In my other video, when I speak about the internet, I'm so sorry, I was supposed to do that yesterday from Playa Sosua, but I learned now not to plan topics for Playa Sosua Sundays. Like I learned that don't plan a topic, just let the day happen. So I won't be planning a topic this Sunday. It's just going to be Sosua Sunday 5. But now I do want you guys to hear this information because it is important. And tomorrow maybe or the next day I'll make another video about the internet and the information I can share with you on that. But let's move back to the 500 again, okay? I don't want you guys to take your mind off the 500. For those of you who are just joining us right now, I'm just going to backtrack for a second. The first 500 is for rent, okay? We're dealing with 1,500 bucks here. The first 500 is for rent. Second 500 is for your bills. My bill, my cell phone every month, I don't pay anything if I don't want to. I don't have a data plan. I'm on as pay as you go. So I will pay 150 pesos. That's $3, and that will give me 5 days of internet, unlimited. Okay, I can stream, I can do whatever I want, like with it. It's a great service. You can't just stream every single day for those 5 days because streaming does take up a lot of data. However, for $3, just to get a good live to air, and those vloggers of you guys that are listening to me right now, that's my secret. Like when I'm out and about and everything, and you know, maybe it's my cell phone too, because it doesn't work on every cell phone. And when the data starts to decrease, it starts to go choppy. So I don't know how much of a good secret it is, but it's worked for me on this Samsung S9. And so S9 Plus. So that's 150 pesos for 5 days. Now, I can't do a lot of live streaming with it. Like I said, not 5 days of like an hour each day of live streaming. But even when there is a data warning, I can still go on and do Facebook and still watch YouTube videos. They may load slower or whatever. Now, I can't use that data package to go onto my HDMI or like, not my HDMI, on my TV. I'll talk about that though when I talk about the internet. Let me just get back to the 500 and the bills. I don't want to digress too much. So here we go. We have that second 500. And so in 1 month, I probably spend about 20 bucks, like in total, on topping up. And I don't need to. I just am that way because I never know when I'm going to want to do a live to air. But, you know, it's just so simple. Oh, I didn't put it on Do Not Disturb. Let me do that right now because I don't want to get disturbed here. So it's so simple just to get your own cell phone number here for 150 pesos. You get a SIM card. Sorry. You get a SIM card. That was Hero. And with that SIM card, what you're going to get is a telephone number for $3, 150 pesos. You're going to get your own Dominican cellular phone number. And with that cellular phone number, you just top that up when you want to use it. And if you don't want to top it up, you should top it up every month or so anyway, even if you just put 50 pesos on it for, a day, right? Just to keep it active. But really, you should, hey, Hero, mind yourself. He's hyper. He's a puppy. So now you should anyway just get that number if you're going to be here more than a month or even more than 2 weeks. It's just great to have a phone number in an international country anyway. I don't know how long it lasts if you're not here. I don't know if it picks up on bandwidth or anything of that nature, but I know people that live in the United States find me often from their 829 number, 809 number. But again, I don't know how long it stays connected. If they have someone here paying their bill, I don't know. That's not what this situation's about. I'll answer that more when I do the internet. So, yeah, I would say about 20 bucks a month. And if you guys are going to go for your home internet, you can get your home internet as well. And that really depends as well. I'm going to have those prices with you. But I just want to say the most you would pay here for the internet every month is with Claro, and that would be like 100 and something American bucks. And that is the top of the line. It's great. It is for anybody coming here. But again, I'll get more into that with the internet, okay? When I do the internet video. The price I'm just talking about is around 100 bucks. I've never paid 100 bucks a month for internet here. My internet is always about 20 bucks. But again, okay, so that's the 100 bucks right there for internet. Let's say if you're getting the top of the line. And then electricity. Guys, stop play fighting there. And then if you get electricity, now this is where it gets uncomfortable for a lot of you guys, and I know this. You guys are like, you don't want to pay the electricity because you don't want to be ripped off. You don't know what you're doing. You don't want to come in blindfolded. And I understand that very much. There's ways that you can tell how much your electricity will be every month. A lot of the places have their own meter outside of the apartment. Those those numbers should be at 0000 when you get in. And if it's not at 0000, you just look at the number that it's at, and then you multiply it by whatever peso is for that kilowatt in your area. Am I making sense? So what you want to do is just ask your landlord when you move in, how much is each kilowatt? And if you think your landlord's lying, you can always go to Eden Norte. Edenorte. Eden Norte. Eden Norte. EDE. Yeah, EDENORTE. Eden Norte. So what you want to do is go to them and just ask them if you feel that your electricity is too high. You can even do that right now if you already live here and you're having a concern with your landlord currently, and you're like, yo, like ready to move because the electricity is just so astronomical. It could have something to do with the wiring above your housing. Sometimes they're old and you just need some rewiring, and they can come out and do that. And you give those guys a couple of hundred pesos each. They will make sure that they keep an eye on you. And especially if you take their cell phone numbers, and I don't know if this is even allowed, but if you do take their cell phone numbers and you become friends with them, and then all of a sudden something's acting up or whatever, you just give them a shout and they'll be like, all right, I'll check it out for you. That's how there's a networking system here. And it is very old school here. The people, and a lot of people say the same thing. I love the Dominican people. Everyone says that when they come here. And that's one of the reasons why. Because they keep it real, 100%. You can just call them up. Like, I mean, you can just WhatsApp them. Hey, my electricity just went wonky. Do you have a minute? Are you in the area? Yeah, man. They'll come over, fix it up for you. Couple of hundred pesos. You don't have to wait for the electrical company to come. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times they'll do that with even the internet providers. Okay, so let's just talk about the internet later, though. I keep dragging myself back into the internet because it is a very important topic to you guys out there running businesses as well. So don't worry, I'm going to get all the information on the megabytes and everything what's offered. It's just I don't want to do that video right now. Back to saving money with the 500 there. So you have your internet, I mean, you have your cell phone. Remember, you don't have to have internet at home. You can take your cell phone and you can get internet anywhere on the street, anywhere, any restaurants, especially in the expat area. Again, when it comes to electricity, again, is very important to everyone. No one wants to be ripped off, so just keep in mind that meter. Also keep in mind that sometimes you can make a deal with landlords and you can tell them that anything, that you'll pay an extra $50 a month to pay the electricity. Because electricity should not be that expensive every month. My electricity here in my 2-bedroom apartment is 700 pesos a month. Every month it's the exact same. It's amazing. And I really love it because I know that nothing's haywire here with this building. And I also know that my consumption is normal every month. I'm pretty stable maintaining my budget, and Ken is with me today. He's chilling out with me. It's a little bit of a rainy day. And he paid 211 pesos last month, was it?
That was the first month. But this month was 845 pesos.
Why 800?
I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually, I know it's less than that, but
You can take it to Eden Norte. So his first one was 200 and something, and last month it was 800 and something. But and that's $20. When I say these 800s and 200s, I'm trying to put it in you guys' head. I'm a Canadian, and I'm not even doing it in Canadian dollars because a lot is done here with the currency exchange of an American dollar. Okay, so 800 pesos is like what, 16 American bucks, 15 American bucks,
yeah,
somewhere around there,
yep.
a month for electricity.
Mm-hmm.
So you already are doing cool there. And if you're not using your air conditioner all the time, and I mean, when you are going to the beach, I know you want to get back home to a really nice cold apartment. But these air conditioners, most of them in the apartments that I will get you, if they have an air conditioner, they're usually modern for the most part, not all of them, but they're usually modern. And as soon as you turn that baby on, you're gonna feel the breeze like Tarzan in the jungle. Ah! You'll love it. So you don't want to waste your money by wasting the electricity. Okay, if you're here for more than a month, you will be paying electricity like a person who's living here. Now, if you're out in the countryside, when I say countryside, I just mean outside of Sosua, outside of the tourist area right here. If you are a little bit out, like where I am right now, like a 3-minute walk from the beach and 10-minute walk from Playa Sosua, I mean from Albate, I'm very close, but my rent is less expensive. Everyone's rent here is less expensive, right? But that's how you really cut costs, by cutting your rent, by also living out in the country, cutting down on electricity. Electricity in the city is more expensive. Well, I don't know about the city of Puerto Plata, but I know in Sosua, because it is a tourist area. And it only makes sense. Around the world, anything that is touristy is always going to be more expensive. And so you see, here it's quite easy to get out of the area of expensive kind of prices, and then just come in here every day. Some places you can walk here from where, like I can walk to wherever I need to go. I walk outside my door, there's a colmado, there's a doctor's office. I walk there, there's a secondhand appliance shop. The other side, there's a clothing store for women. And across from me, there's a men's clothing store. A little bit down, there's a lottery place where I top up my cell phone. Barber shop. There's restaurants after restaurants. There's a 3-minute walk to the beach. And it's family here, and you can really save money, because also now remember that 500, we're working with the electricity. The electricity is usually cheaper, but not as cheap as it would be out in the countryside. Okay, the countryside, you can probably pay 500 pesos a month for electricity, because it's different. I don't know why, but that's how much my electricity was. 500 bucks a month for everything every month, and I paid my rent, my electricity, and the whole electricity for the whole house. Some people pay 300 pesos a month for electricity, and that is $6 a month USD, give or take a little bit, right? So you have to factor into that second 500 your electricity. You also want to factor into that second 500 your food. Now, with your food, there are ways to live economically here, and you really want to go out to, again, the countryside. And again, when I say countryside, I'm not talking about the old-fashioned countrysides in Canada or America. I'm pretty sure the landscape is the same. You see in New York and Toronto, we have such a metropolitan that you stretch out your arms and you go forever, and the country is like real country. The country is not really close to the core of the city, right? The country here, when I say the country, it's just 10 minutes from the city. It's 10 minutes from the beach on a motoconcho. So you're not spread out. So when I say go and live in the country, if your lifestyle is not an active lifestyle, if you're a person that just really enjoys your own company, you like chilling, you really like to wake up to birds and the bees and the nature of it all, you can do that every day. Some seasons you can go out and pick a mango off your tree. Other seasons you can go out and pick avocados. And if you really get raw and real with your transition, you can actually go on a vegan diet, or you can eat meat. Everything just 10 minutes away. If you're living like 15 minutes away, you're going to live near cheese factories. You're going to live near farms where you just go every morning or every day and buy your meat fresh from farmers. And they're not going to rip you off. They're country folks. They're campo people. They have innocent mentalities where they're just working for their dollar, their peso. And if you are one of those kind souls that you appreciate being welcomed into their area, and you appreciate everything that this Dominicans are going to give you, they will sense that from your energy. And they will treat you like family. They will embrace you. You will be able to taste milk like you've never tried it before. I haven't tried the milk here yet, but I've seen people try milk. I'm just not a milk drinker. But I eat the cheese. I have a video of a gentleman making cheese straight from the milk that day from the cow, that he milks it and everything. It is amazing how he makes the cheese and he squeezes everything out. And then I bought the cheese that day, you know, from him, like, and it's 100 pesos for a whole chunk. But that's not the cheese factory. There's another place where there's a cheese factory. See, I'm just going off in my memory right now, remembering all this beauty that is out in the countryside. And it's a way to save money because, again, the fruits and vegetables, they are in such an abundant supply. You go to the corner and you're going to buy avocados from the farmer. Now, sometimes you can get everything delivered from the local colmado. You just go a little bit into Maranata. If you're living in Bayabisa, for instance, you just go in and you say, hey, look, guys, I would like you to bring me my fruits and my vegetables every week. Because some of y'all, and I know, some of y'all are not coming here to communicate with anyone. You are not coming here for women. You're not coming here for men. You are not coming here for anything. You really just want to come and live in the lap of paradise with your book maybe every day, with your coffee, with your tea, maybe with your smoothie that you made, with your blender. Maybe you're not looking to even change your life. Maybe that's what you do already in a warm climate, but you want to save money only, and you want the same standard of living. I can tell you here, it is quite possible to do that. Very possible. And if you're looking to buy in an area like that, you can also do that, and also afford to get yourself a pool and things of this nature by being in contact with the right builders and by being in contact with the right networking system. I can help you do this. I am a coach here in regards to soul coaching, but also travel coaching to the Dominican Republic, because I know, I sense, I shouldn't say I know, because everybody has their own little need of what they want. But I have a sense of what you guys are going to need to require, what you're going to require when you get here, even if it's just like a 3-day, you know, settling in type of thing. So, you know, with that, again, that second 500, you're going to want to be able to spend that on your bills. That 500 should go a long way, unless your food is going to cost a lot. Your electricity should never ever cost more than $50 a month, really, because that's quite high, unless you are cranking your air conditioner way, 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 way high. And if you are, then you need to kind of put yourself into check about that and just get yourself a fan, plug it in the wall, and keep that by your head. Get another one, put it by your feet, you know, and then have your ceiling fan going, because that will be less, that would be less expensive. So with that being said, you have, with that second 500, you have your electricity that you need to buy, and you also, again, if your internet, if you need to pay that 100, the most you'll pay, hero, and then your food. Right now, your food, again, it depends on where you buy it from, because again, there are bakeries here in the same area. You can get bread delivered to you every day. You can get the rice in abundance if you just get yourself one big bag of rice, like 10 pounds, and you just make yourself rice every day. You can make rice in all different ways. You can make brown rice, you can make yellow rice, you can make fried rice, white rice. I know you don't want to eat rice every day, but sometimes you can also eat potatoes. Potatoes are very inexpensive here as well. All fruits and vegetables. But then again, the meat here is really, really inexpensive. Cheap, cheap, cheap. If you are a meat eater, carne. Carne is the word in Spanish for meat. C-A-R-N-E. Carne. And it is very good here to go, again, in the countryside, right? You can go up to Gaspar Hernandez. You can go to Sabaneta. You can go and get a whole half of a pig, or a whole pig, and they'll do what they have to do for you. They'll do everything, and you go and you pick it up. You can pay $60 for a whole entire pig. And you can have that pig, they'll cut it up for you, make sure that it's all in sections, bag it up for you the way you need it. Boom. That's it for your meat for the month, I guess. You know, you can do the same thing with chicken. You just go and buy like, 10 chickens at the farmer. There's my rooster. Happy birthday. Not my rooster, my neighbor's rooster, but I love him. Someone said, Cerise, it sounds like he annoys you. Maybe you should just go and offer them a couple of 100 pesos and just get rid of them. I'm like, well, no. I love him actually, but he's like, happy birthday. Anyway, yeah, he's like, I love you too. But yeah, guys, I'm like right here on the beach. It's an overcast day today, but I mean, I have a rooster next door. And I love him. He's in story time all the time, and you guys have gotten used to it. You guys have accepted the fact that this is where I live and this is where you want to move to, quite possibly. And hey, get used to it. It's a part of life here, and that's what makes it so beautiful. Not backwards, makes it forward. And this is where you can come here, pay it forward. This is where you can come here and enjoy life. A lot of you guys also, are thinking, oh my gosh, well, what about after you pay your electricity, after you pay your internet, right? Now I'm talking about electricity being the most expensive ever. I'm talking about the internet being the most expensive ever. And I'm talking about, food. Really, unless you are shopping in the international grocery stores where you are trying to buy like international products, like, I don't know. They have a lot of international products and they're called models here too. Like they have Listerine, they have a lot of international products. So I don't know really how to gauge that, to be honest with you. But if there's like blue cheese, that's me, I like blue cheese. There's no blue cheese here in the called models. So I will go to Plata and I'll buy that. And it's a little bit more expensive than what it would be in Canada. And it's an imported product. Anything imported when you go to Playa most likely is going to be more expensive, but they also have other products for alternatives, and I would encourage you guys to go check out those prices. Look at the prices. If you have to, take a translator with you. If you have to, ask someone. Not everybody speaks English, but most of the people in the aisles at Playero and also at Superpola, the main grocery stores here in Sosua, they will speak to you. And if they can't speak English, they will go get another worker that they know can speak English. And you're not a bother to them, because most times they will get at least maybe 10 pesos or 25 pesos if they really help you out. One day I saw, one day I saw an elderly woman, and she was looking for a specific type of sugar to make some, like bake something, to make food or whatever, right? And she was looking for a specific type of sugar and she couldn't find it. And I was trying to help her as well, help her read the products and everything, but I need my glasses most of the time too, you guys know, and I didn't have them with me at the time. And so, I called someone over, and at the time I also didn't have any Spanish. I didn't speak any Spanish. And so we call over a young lady, and she didn't speak any English. So there's us three ladies, and then she calls over her co-worker, and we're all chilling, we're giggling, we're laughing, and it's not a problem for them. It's not like they're like, oh my gosh, these gringos again coming in here, can't speak Spanish. What are they doing here? No, it's not even like that. They're like, no problem, because they know we're coming here and we're stimulating their economy. And they know that we actually do love them. And they're like, wow, like gringos really love it here. Like the foreigners really love it here. They feel like they have something to offer. And I think that's got to feel pretty good, right? Because when they see that tourism is at its all-time high during a time, not its all-time high, but I mean around the world, most people are still wanting to come here, and not only come here during this time, but move here or stay long-term. And I think that's where things start becoming a little bit more special and a little bit more unique. And that's where I'm like, I can help you guys get here, because it is something that I will never ever regret. It is something that I have done, and I have moved around, and I have bounced around. I have moved 10 times since I lived here in the last 2.5 years, and it was not easy. But It was definitely educational. And it was 100% a way for God to give me the knowledge that I needed in order to help all of his other children coming down here to be able to save money as well and be in an economy and a culture where you feel love and you feel safe and you also don't have that stress of how you're going to pay your rent every month. Okay, but let's get back to that $1,500. So remember, 500 rent. We're still on our second 500. So we're talking about internet. We're talking about electricity. Again, we're talking about food. If you go for specialty products every now and again, because maybe you are saving on your 500 for rent, then you can go for your specialty products and pamper yourself every now and again. Go on the go to certain stores. Maybe you can get yourself a nice little piece of Latimar, a little piece of jewelry that you see on the beach, maybe a little bracelet that a lot of the vendors sell. Maybe you want to pay it forward and buy yourself some peanuts or something. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely do that. That second chunk, that 500 is what you really want. It's a lot of money. And I'm just giving you a lot when it comes to internet and also a lot when it comes to electricity. Okay, I'm saying 100 for electricity. That's ridiculous, really. I'm just saying that just in case you are a person that loves your air conditioner and you really can't help yourself because you're still trying to get climatized, I guess the word is called. You're still trying to get used to the whole entire heat thing here, and maybe you're maybe a person that really doesn't like the heat anyway. So it might air conditioner might be ideal for you at first until your body does become balanced and you're one with the different changes of the seasons, because there are a change in seasons. We do have winter, and when it was pretty cold these last couple of months, well, not freezing but colder, and a lot more rain. We had rainy season too as well, right? So those seasons, they come with a lot of you know obviously chilliness. I have my fan on too, and I'm chilly and I have to have a blanket on, my ceiling fan, because I don't use my air conditioner. So that's that other 500. That's for food, that's for electricity, and that is for your internet and your cell phone. Okay, cell phone is $20 a month, probably no more than that. If you get a plan, then you're looking to spend a lot more money. Do pay as you go. You do not need a plan on your cell phone. Gracias. You do not need a plan on your cell phone if you are connected at home with data, and also if you just walk a short distance from your from your house to wherever you're going. Like, for instance, where I live right now in Los Charamicos, I could definitely leave my house and not need my internet from here to, let's say, Flip Flop. You guys know Flip Flop. Check out his channel and subscribe to Gregory. But that's Mr. Flip Flop. That's a different channel, and that's a whole restaurant there. And you can get there, and they have internet. You don't even need it. It takes like 7 minutes for me to walk there, like 10 minutes. It obviously a little bit longer if I'm talking to everyone on the beach and I'm not booting it across the beach. But yeah, definitely after that, if I wanted to leave Flip Flop, like let's say I stop to talk for a little while or have a bite to eat or whatever, and then I decide I'm not going to come back home and I want to go up Pedro Clasante to like Cheers Bar or somewhere up there, I can get on the way up the street, just Cheers Bar is all the way at the top. On the way up, I can get internet at Rumba, I can get internet at Jolly Rogers, I can get internet at Cuban. All of the restaurants going up the street, I can get internet. It wouldn't be a problem at all. At any of the internationally owned restaurants, like a lot of foreigners that own restaurants, they will have Wi-Fi and it will be free. So what I'm saying to you is you don't need a plan for your cell phone, because a plan for your cell phone will be more expensive. Just get a chip for your cell phone, a phone number. And with that phone number, for 150 pesos, 3 American bucks, that's all you have to buy. You can just top up every now and again when you need it. You can top up 50 pesos, which is $1 for one day, or you can top up 150 pesos for 5 days. right? And it's up to you what you're going to be doing with that. If you're going to be taking a trip from Sosua to Santiago, and you know you're driving, or you're going to be on the bus, yes, you're going to want to top up. You're going to want to top up 150 pesos, maybe even 500 pesos, just to make sure that you have enough data. Okay, 500 pesos is 10 bucks, right? You just want to make sure you have enough data. That's all. It should be pretty cool, you know, and that should be within your 500, your next 500. So far, we're working with 1,500 bucks on a budget here. 500 for your rent, that's the average. You could spend more if you have it, but you really don't need to. It could be lower. 500 on your electricity, also on your cell phone, also on your internet, and also on your food. Because remember, you're going to buy from farmers. You're going to buy directly from factories. You're going to buy from the bread store. They're going to deliver to you. You're going to buy from the cheese factory. They're going to deliver to you, because when they deliver to Playa, when they deliver to other places, if you have that guy's telephone number, they will definitely stop on your street, or they will let you know when they're delivering. Period. Or the owner of the panaderia, I know you guys are going to correct me on that one, bread factory will let you know as well. You can make one trip out to Bella Vista, you meet the owner, and you tell them every Thursday you would like a motor concho even to go to deliver your bread to you. And you just pay 100 pesos for your motor concho for delivery. 100 pesos is 2 bucks. They will set that up for you, no problem. It will be their pleasure. Dominicans love doing business, and they don't mind negotiating with you if you need something to make your life a lot more comfortable. And if it makes sense to them, they'll be like, yes, of course, no problem, no problema. Yes. And how much would you like? When would you like this? How often? Right away. You're dealing with a lot of business people when you're here, you know? I know they're not hustlers. I mean, you should be you should have some type of a hustle mentality in your life. When I say hustle, I don't mean rip people off. No, I'm not talking about that. You should be able to get yourself in a position where you can feed yourself. And that's what a lot of Dominicans here can do. They are very honest people, and they just want a little something for their work. What was that you said earlier? Work for pay for what you work? Or?
Fair pay.
Fair pay.
For fair work.
For fair work. And that's only makes sense around the world, right? So when we take that into consideration, that's that 500. Now, first 500, second 500, we're going into the third 500. What is that for? Up to you. That 500 is totally yours. If you want to take yourself out to rent a car, or even buy yourself a car and make car payments, I don't know. Some of you guys like to take bus trips and go to Las Terrenas. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I mean, there's not...
The capital.
The capital. A lot of you guys like to go to the capital, you know, but that 500, you might just want to go out and just entertain yourself every day. You might not want to go anywhere. I don't have a desire to go anywhere at all. And there are times when, yeah, I could spend like a couple of bucks that I wasn't expecting to spend if I don't watch how much I'm spending. Absolutely. But, you know, we will all tend to do that. You really have to be careful. Now, I want to talk about you men that come here for ladies. That's really when a lot of you guys get held up. You come down here, even if you're only here for a month. If you're here for a week, you can kind of work it out, I've noticed. But if you guys are here for like a month, you spend a lot of money the first week. You're balling. You're at the bar, you can tell you're new, right? If I can tell you're new, the whole street can see that you're new, right? And you just know when someone's new because they're happy. They are happy. And not to say that I'm not happy here, because I'm not new here, but I'm just a happy person in general. I mean, I get down, obviously we all do. I wouldn't be normal if I didn't, right? But I try to keep an even Steven type of mentality, and so I noticed there's just a little bit of a difference when someone's new. They're kind of
Kid,
high.
kid in the candy store.
Can in the
has
can,
it.
yeah, high on sugar. There's just something about the brand new person, and they're like, oh, especially you men that are coming down here for that. Be conscious of what you're doing with your money, not because of any other reason. I sometimes hear different stuff like, oh, don't pay this or don't pay that. That's not what this video is about, because I don't deal with that. All I'm saying is I can see some of you guys get yourself into a position where you're spending more money with that $500 than what you really need to do. Buy yourself a bottle of rum, grande, for 700 pesos.
Go to the beach.
Go on the beachfront. Take some pictures. Take a boombox. You can buy one for 20 bucks. You can use that, and they're pretty loud. Or if you're with any Dominicans, they probably have a boombox, or they can borrow one from one of their friends if you're only here for a week and you don't want to buy one. Or if you're only here for a week and you're working with a pretty good budget, you might want to buy one to take home with you or to give away, right? So there's so many options, but you do want to use the beach as a way to save money if you're here long term. Because even like yesterday, Elsa and I, and Ken met us there. Elsa and I, we just bought a bottle of rum, and we bought a Coca-Cola on the beach, at least to respect the store that we were at, like, where we were. We went on the beach where we rented lawn chairs that were the cheapest, 100 pesos. They're not going to get any cheaper than that. For the day you rented, 100 pesos is $2. And we both rented one, so that was $4 for the chairs, and I think it's 50 pesos for the umbrella. So 250 pesos. That's $5 for the 2 chairs and the umbrella for the entire day. Now, if you don't want to rent, the beach is public. You can just bring a towel, especially if you're only going to bring a bottle of wine, or bring a bottle of wine, rum, or a beer, a coffee, a tea in your thermos. Put your blanket down, old style. That's it. Like in Regent Park in Toronto, where I came from, my mom, and we never had loungers. My mom had 5 children. She was definitely living on a budget. That's why I can appreciate saving, because I was raised that way. And so I do ask for prices a lot. How much is that? How much is this? Because I love to price compare. It's just a part of who I am and the nature of what I do, and also survive. I think it's a good thing. It's healthy. So when you work for your dollar, you want to make sure you spend it properly as well. That last 500, it's for entertainment. It's for you to do whatever you want to do. But if you're still gung-ho about saving while you're here, then you can definitely pocket a lot of that 500, buy yourself whatever you like to drink, pack up yourself some sandwiches, and go down on the beach. Yesterday, Elsa and I, my good friend Elsa, we went and we just bought some dishes. They were like regular takeout dishes. I have a container right here. Hold on one second. One of these containers, regular takeout container, and it's filled to the top, and it's like 150 pesos, and you get rice, you get salad, you get beans, and you also get the meat of your choice, whether it is cerdo, which is pork, like with salsa, not salsa, it's like with sauce, they call sauce salsa here. And then you can also get yourself chicken, fried or barbecued. I mean, there's a lot of options, and the food is made deliciously here, so you can also save that way. Now, if you're a person that rather cook your own meat because you already went to Gasper Hernandez and bought yourself that big pig, but you don't know how to make rice, you just know how to, take a pork chop out of the freezer, because they'll cut it up for you like that, remember? So you take a pork chop out of the freezer, you season it up, and you cook that, but you don't know how to cook rice. A lot of people don't know how to cook rice. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. A lot of people end up stirring it and everything like that. Here you don't have to cook rice. It's in abundance. You just go over here to the restaurant. You tell them you want a container full like this of just rice. My gosh, they're gonna fill it up, spoon it out for you. you'll be like, okay, that's good for 3 days.
100 pesos.
100 pesos, you'll be like, that's good for 3 days. Or if you don't want to spend 100 pesos because you don't eat that much rice, you can just go to them and say 50 pesos rice, por favor. 50 pesos rice, please. And they will give you what they think is 50 pesos. And it's fair. That's what everyone does here. Even at the store, they'll go and buy raw rice for 50 pesos. So this is a normal thing. If you guys are trying to save money, these are different ways that you can save money and you can live here quite easily on 1500. Now again, with that last 1500, if you are a drinker, that's where some of that money is going to go to. If you are a smoker, that's where some of that money is going to go to. If you are, again, a guy that likes the ladies, that's where your money is going to go to. Anything extracurricular that's not sold in the stores, well, cigarettes are sold in the stores and so is alcohol. But I mean, if there's something else I don't even know off the top of my head, it would just be women, right? But anything, I would say,
Those hobbies.
right,
special
those hobbies, those special hobbies you may have, right? So you have to make sure you put some money aside for that as well. One thing I do say I get from a lot of people here is their most important thing is how much should they bring with them when they travel here? How much money should they bring? It really depends on how much you're going to spend. I don't encourage people to bring a whole bunch of cash. We have bank machines here, ATM. Just make sure that you speak to your bank before you come. As well, before you use any ATM bank machine, just make sure it's not fraudulent or anything like that. You just want to be very careful with everything. I know a couple of people here who had some nightmares, but the nightmares are cleaned up like that. If you ever have a problem and you need to call your bank, do it on Skype. Download the app. It's free to call your bank through Skype. They have a 1-800 number, so you can just sit in the lap of luxury and just chill out and relax. You'll be able to get done what you need to get done. If you live here and you have a few call models that you frequent a lot, you can just go to them and you can just say, hey, do you mind if I pay you tomorrow? Or you just tell them the story. You don't want to do it all the time. You don't want to actually even want to think about doing it once, because that's just not something that they do like and they don't appreciate it. But if you have to and you're stuck, there's nothing wrong with that. And if they say no, thank you. That's it. But chances are, if you have a good rapport with them and you buy from them all the time, and you did give them 10 cents pesos here, or you bought a little lollipop for their grandchild that they're babysitting while their daughter is attending school, or their son is, whatever. It's all family here. And when you treat people like family, you become family. And I think that's a way where you can also save that 500 as well, because when you want something, you're going to get it at a lower cost, a lower price, because you have done that networking. You've taken that time to speak to the call model. Call model is a corner store, by the way, guys. I apologize about that. Call model, Colmado, call model. And it is a place where you can go and you can get fruits and vegetables and like anything, even sometimes a kitchen sink. But depending on where you go. Now, if you go to the countryside, again, you're going to get everything inside of a Colmado, because you're going to need that. And again, I don't like to say the countryside. I'll just say out of town. I won't say the countryside. Out of town. It's just that there's a lot of land there, and the houses are further spaced apart. So it kind of gives you that vibe of, yeah, it's beautiful. And because it's so fresh and so free and so clean. It has absolutely like no factories and stacks. It has a couple of factories, but it's like the cheese factory and bread factory, and so anything that's actually cooking smells good. There's no like mechanical part factories or anything like that. Anyway, I digress. So that 500, that's where you're going to really start saving that, by networking and by speaking to the natives here and by paying it forward and by getting to know people, and I would encourage you to get to know people. Say hello. It was during quarantine that I actually learn Spanish when quarantine first started a year ago. And I moved back to Los Charamicos. My spirit said to me, I was living in El Bate at the time. My spirit said to me, Cerise, it's time to go back to Los Charamicos. Your furniture is there. You're paying rent every month. I was paying 7,000 pesos a month for rent. It's like 140 bucks or whatever. And my electricity was 600 bucks a month. I had a whole entire apartment, 2 bedrooms with furniture. Some of you guys that have been on my journey with me, you guys will remember that place. And so I went back to it because I felt I had enough Spanish to get by, to be able to get out every day and get a motoconcho and go to El Bate. Not to hang out because I couldn't communicate here in the native area. I moved back, I'm still in Los Charamicos. This is my baby. This is where I love. This is where I stay. But at this time a year ago, I couldn't communicate. It was my idea to move back to Los Charamicos in my apartment to live economically, but also at the same time, because I had the idea, I'd just travel out every day to where I needed to go, right? I didn't know there was going to be a lockdown. All of a sudden, a month later, there's a lockdown. El Bate's dead. Tourists are flying home. Nobody is staying here. I'm in Los Charamicos by myself. I have absolutely no Spanish. And I'm like, what am I going to do here? I'm just going to sit in my apartment and twiddle my thumbs. Well, I decided to start doing story time. You guys know. And I had a lot of time on my hands. I was doing story times every day. Every day I was doing story time. And almost, right? And then so I was like, in my apartment, I'm like, this is ridiculous. You know, here I am in the Dominican Republic. It is quarantine. It is locked down. I was calling the Oneki. Oneki is the call model that delivers. So that was so totally cool. I was getting my, fruits delivered to me, my vegetables delivered to me, whatever meat, whatever dog food I needed, whatever I needed to even like wash my plates with, shampoo, everything. I could just go there, as I wasn't going into the grocery stores anyway. The lineups were way too long, and it was ridiculous to even just see 50 people waiting outside 9 o'clock in the morning outside of a major grocery store. I was like, no, thank you. I will go to the corner store right here and get everything that I need. But right, I had to make it work. And I didn't have any Spanish, and I didn't have any translators with me. And I don't like using Google Translator. It's not always the correct translator. It's not always the proper sequence. And it's not always the proper sequence. And so I will say that, and I'll read it, and sometimes they'll say it again, like the otra vez, give it to me again. But when I don't use Google Translator, which I haven't used very much at all, I don't think more than 3 times, I'm cool. It's really easy to come here and be in the countryside if you don't speak Spanish and make it work. You can learn Spanish in 3 months. So I had to. What I started to do was go across the street to Elsa's restaurant. Now, anytime her and I communicated prior to that, it was through a translator. Her and I went out 2 times together, and I did live to airs with us out, but most times, more than two times, but most times I had our mutual friend Gustavo with us, always to translate. But a couple of times we went out alone, and I didn't speak Spanish at the time, really, just a little bit. And she would teach me as we go along, because I would just do finger and everything like that, like just movements, and we just spread each other. I guess that's what friends do, right? You just kind of connect that way. And we did. And so that's how we communicated before, with just body language, more or less, and a few words. But when quarantine hit, that wasn't gonna fly. Like, I needed Spanish. Like, I needed to communicate. I needed to sit down. I needed to, I was the only gringa. Everyone went home. I was the only foreigner, except female foreigner. Like, there was still guys staying here. Shouts out to Gilbert. Shouts out to Scott. They stayed over here by La Piedra, over where Oneki's Colmado store is. They stayed too. Americans, both veterans, and they weren't going anywhere. They're like, why? And I was the same way, and we chilled. but we didn't hang around together very much. We all congregated at Elsa's. And, it was beautiful because we weren't allowed to eat there. We had to order food to go. Can't order a beer to drink there either. So I'll tell all that story when quarantine is finished because it's still going on now. We're still on curfew. But, I got quarantine story times. I want to share with you guys so much, but I can't because, we're still in quarantine.
Yeah.
And we're still dealing with all that. But that's when I learned Spanish. And those of you who have been chilling with me from time, you know that. You know that all of a sudden I started to speak more Spanish. And it was during last year, a year ago, when I was for 3 months in lockdown. And I was happy to be in that position. My spirit said, move now. And a month later, the world closed down. And I was not stuck in Albate alone. Because everyone in Albate, not everyone, I take that back, but most people took off back to America, Canada, Germany. Everyone was just taking flights out like crazy. Like just amazing, like, whoa, and who's staying? And the main conversation was with people who were foreigners, are you leaving or are you staying? Are you leaving or are you staying? And people, and when people ask me, I'm like, this is my home. I don't have an apartment in Canada. I don't have a house in Canada. I don't have a residence in Canada at all. And I gave it all up to be here. So I understand where you guys are coming from. And I didn't come here with a plan. And I didn't speak to someone. I didn't know anybody here when I came. I didn't know anyone. I came to edit my book. I came to edit a book. And I stayed. And I'm like, wow, I love it. And so I'm in a position now, mentally, physically, and spiritually, where I'm able to lend a hand and say, guys, come on, I got you. Let's go. Now, I can't promise I'm going to be your best friend here because Ken already took that position. Ken's my buddy. We're chilling. We are chilling.
Exacto.
I respect him. He's a good, I don't mean it rudely, but you're a good kid. You do your trading. You do your online work. You are single. You don't bring a whole bunch of people over and have parties. You're not a very loud person. You keep to yourself. You're very much like how I'm here. I don't bring anyone home either. I don't bring any men home or anything like that. And it's none of my business. It's none of my business at all if he brings women home because his apartment is guest friendly. And that's another thing I want to say to you guys too. For those of you who are coming for fun, it's none of my business. I'm not there to help you with that. But you don't need that help when you come here at all. And even if you did, I'm not helping you. But with that, excuse me, sorry about that, guys. I'm having a little bit of a cerveza. Cerveza. So anyway, I think, it's a lot of the times I love getting places for you guys that are guest friendly, where you don't have to worry about who's going inside your home and outside your home, unless they're doing something bad to you or doing something bad to the apartment. If you're just chilling and you're cooling and you're just kicking your feet up and you're having a drink and you're smoking your cigar and you're drinking your brandy and you're just looking at the ocean or you're just looking at the pretty city, it's up to you what you want to do. The places that I get for you are guest friendly. You're not going to be like, unless you choose to get a real high security place where there's residential gates and there's a guard and everyone has to show their passport going in and out. If that's how you feel comfortable, a lot of you guys want that at first. You're like, yo, seriously? I'm not expecting any guests at all. And when I get somewhere, I just want to make sure there's a gate, and I want to make sure that those people at the front, who whatever guard it is, you don't care, they know who's coming in. And that's it. Everyone leaves their ID at the front. There's a few places here like that. There's one in Cabarete that I know of, and I didn't even have my ID on me. I don't carry my passport around with me, like at all. You can carry a copy of your passport around with you guys, by the way, which I still have to do. I still have to get mine photocopied. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But you can do that and just chill with it like that, But I had to leave my bank card. at one place. I was going with my buddy Sylvester Robinson. Shouts out to Sylvester Robinson. Hey, I was chilling with him, and he was showing me the apartment that he got. And I went in with them, and at the front gate, they said, "Well, I need something. Like, I know you're good for it, but we need something to hold." And I said, "My bank card?" And so they took my bank card and they held that. So, I mean, that was very strict, and there's a lot of places that are like that, and a lot of you guys like that. You want that. You want to see that guard out front with the gun. You want to see that they're there 24/7. You know, some of you guys like to even look at the guard to make sure he's not falling asleep. You know, some of you guys are very particular like that, and that's fine, because you're changing your lifestyle to come here to meet your standards. And if you're a little nervous at first, then that's that comfort that you need. And I understand that 100%. Like I said, it's just where you are in life and what you're looking for. Of course, those places that do have guards at the front, those go for a little bit more, but you can get them under $1,000 a month. Like, I have one that goes for $750 a month on the beach, and it has a pool and everything. So that's pretty cool. But you know, I mean, just in regards to saving money out of that 500 and spending money right, that's all you really need to keep in mind right now. You can live on a budget on 1,500 here, and it's not even like a budget per se, you know, unless you have a high profile lifestyle and you want to like be out every day and you're spending like, you know, 1,000 pesos a day, which is roughly $20 a day on food. You don't need to. If you are a simple person and you are good with like rice and chicken cooked for you, you won't even use propane. Especially if you're a single person and you're just like, okay, I'm going to take $10 a day, 500 pesos a day, and that's going to be my food for my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can pull that off. You can pull that off because, yeah, because you can go and you can get a sandwich, like with a coffee. You can get it, like a sandwich is about this big, and they press it like a panini, and you get cheese and you get ham. 50 pesos.
Or you can get 3 plates of the day.
Or you can get 3 plates of the day.
Like
450, right? Gee, you've been shopping. He knows. He's only been here since December.
Yeah, and the rice.
Mhm.
That's 3 meals a day.
Yep. So what Ken is saying is, it's getting a little dark right now. I wonder if we turn on this light in my living room right there, but it's closer to my dining room table.
Okay.
And I think it's the bottom light. Let's see if it actually helps anything here. So, and then there was light. No light. And then there was light. You can't find it? Huh? I don't hear you. It's right by the kitchen, front of the kitchen table, but going towards my bedroom. There's 3 sets of, there's like a light, a set of 3. Oh, there is light. Okay. Now, I'm having a little difficult time seeing you guys because it's so bright. Okay. So, the chips fell. The wind blew them. So yeah, what were we saying just now?
3 plates of the day.
3 plates of the day.
450 pesos.
450 pesos. Because 1 plate of the day is 125 pesos. If you go, you get it right here in Los Chiramicos, and they will deliver it to you. It's amazing. And it's usually like a grandmother that cooks the food, you know, so you know it's going to be really well cooked and you know it's going to be awesome. It's usually like the uncle that's delivering it, you know, or like the dad, you know, it's a whole family business. And then when you are like giving them that 25, that 50 pesos tip, you feel good, or 100 pesos tip, depending on your budget. But yes, I would say if you're a single guy and you're just coming here and let me give the most cheapest budget possible. How about I do that before my battery runs out? I don't know, actually, that might be a long topic. I look like I have about maybe 5 minutes, but I didn't even answer any of your questions. Maybe that's going to be a next topic. I'll look and I'll see how I can get all these like dealt with first. Let me see. Ooh, I'm only at El Famaso Clifford right now. I don't have any above him, guys, so I apologize. You guys check out El Famaso Clifford's channel. I did a little special with him yesterday on my channel. Roslyn, does anyone have suggestions for a nice and affordable place to rent for a month while in DR for summer? Please, I'm on WhatsApp if you can talk. So I do that just to let you know, Roslyn, that's what this whole video is about. Take a look at my channel. I have a playlist and it is about everything to rent and also buy. And there's a lot of options. If anyone else has any help, please go ahead and give her a shout. Hossein Cash. Hi, everyone. Hey. J-Star. Punta Cana. Oh, she wants to go to Punta Cana. Roslyn, I have somebody by the name of Mario. Okay. Contact me on 829 on WhatsApp. 829-702-7726. I have someone out there. He is amazing. He sells property. He rents property. And I met him on Facebook. He's very well respected here in the Dominican Republic and very well known. And a funny guy too. Easygoing and down to earth. I'll definitely connect you with him in Punta Cana. And yes, Shay, if you have her back, let me know. And Shay, if you have any other stuff, you let me know too. We can work together. Juan, I am all ears. Shay, okay, I've never been there. I've been to other cities. Fred Fells, if I can get my budget down from $1,500 to $1,250 a month or $1,000, I'll be happy. Let me do a video on that. Roslyn is still talking to Shay there. Okay, all right. For Santo Domingo and Boca Chica. Shay, I have a lot of people that like Boca Chica. Let's see here.
The beach is nice over there. Boca Chica.
Absolutely. Wait, what is this right here? Please answer how many poor... Wait. Blame it on my boogie just said something. What is going on here? Sorry guys, I am like, I need to catch up here. Let me see. Interesting. I talked for so long. Ah, Pretty Tony. You're talking. I made a video about you. Pretty Tony. I made a video about you. You guys look at Sosua Part 1. Okay, you know what I'm reading right here is just a lot of negativity from one person named Pretty Tony, and you don't really sound too pretty right now. You sound really negative. So it's okay if he hijacks. Thank you for having my back. Blame it on my boogie. He didn't hijack anything, nothing at all. Is he bothering my mind right now? Of course, I wouldn't be human if I wasn't like reading something and be jarred by it. But at the same time, I think this is where my heart shows that I love God. And there's always going to be that person who I will refuse to do business with. And he's showing right here that I chose correctly. 100%. Tony, I'm not one of those people that has someone wrenching and taking away negative comments, because I'm an open book. And I'm just going to speak what I want to speak to help people, like what I'm doing right now. So if you want to hinder them or even try to hinder me, you won't be able to do that. The hand of God is always there. And he kept me so busy right now. I was so involved in this video with no distractions. None. And usually I have distractions. But the information that needed to be said to the people watching. So I don't mind having a hater. And I don't mind that you're giving me so much of your time. It just shows me that I chose very right, very wisely not to have you as a client. When you turned me off a year ago and you contacted me and you asked me to get you a doctor note for you, a letterhead, so you could get your passport and come here because you got this whole criminal thing going on. I contacted another vlogger here and I said, I'm not working with this guy. The other vlogger said, no, I'm not doing that for him either. Where are we going to get this doctor head from? The guy needs to get his passport and get here on his own. When he gets here, we help him. And I said, yes, I agree with that, but I still tried to continue to help you because you did show love. When I said to you, bro, I'm not going to get you that information. What are you talking about? It's not even normal to ask for. You got back and you understood that. And you got your passport. And I was proud of you. You should watch Sosua Sunday, #1. You were the one that I was talking about. I called you T. I didn't call you out, but now I am, because you're showing a side of you that I can actually say to the people that there are people I'm not going to work with. There are some people that will contact me, and if they're wasting a lot of time, like you did, you said, I want to come there, I want something on the beach, and I want to make sure that I'm balling. And that's what you kept saying. You sounded like, just like you were not ready to understand the dynamics of what goes on here and what people are really coming for. You don't come here to ball. This video is about being economical. So whatever you said about anything, it's not important at all. God will deal with you. So I said my piece. And anyone else, I'm just going to ask you, because I don't have anyone with wrenches, taking away any. Don't stick up for me. Don't give them any clout, please. Let it be. And also, if you're agreeing with them, I don't even know what to say to you. I just can't even read the comments right now, because this video should not be about that. You guys should just all use your common sense right now and see whatever he's saying. I never even met him in person, and when he did come, I wasn't even interested in dealing with him. I contacted another vlogger and told the other vlogger to deal with him. So I set him up nicely, and I made sure that he was dealing with men, and he was dealing with brothers here that I know have other people's backs here. But then he contacted me with a 6-minute message telling me that they're all jealous of him, and he started to put down everybody here. And I don't deal with that. We work together here, all as vloggers. So if you want to come on my live to air and try to beat a woman the way you're trying to do it right now, in the sense that I get from your personality, just in general, don't have me play your voice notes like what I did to some other people. Okay? Nico Worldwide, all the rest of them. Don't think that you're going to come down here and bully me. Don't think that you're going to do that on my live to air. You're being disrespectful. You don't know me. We never met before. And I think you need to stop before you start creating bad karma for yourself. And I think right now that we all need to just pray for a brother like that, because whoever has enough time to be hating on someone that much obviously has too much time on their hands. So now let's take it back to where we were. We're talking about saving money when you come here. $1,500. Now, Fred, you were saying if you could get it down to $1,250. $1,250. I think we could do that, right? Because if he's paying $250 a month for rent.
So you would say 400 for rent, a third.
Okay, so a third of that. So we have 1,250. Let's take it to 1,200. So that's like what? 400? That's not bad. That's not bad, because what you really want to think about is your rent. That's what you just want to deal with first every single month. I mean, your electricity you can deal with just by not using a lot of it. And again, if it's an astronomical price, what are you going to do? You're just going to be pretty much talking to Ed and Norte. Okay? So that's all you really want to do is just sit back, think about your rent. 1,250. My gosh, I'm going to do another video on that. 1,250. Let's look at some of these comments here. She is lying. Tell her to produce a 6-minute message from me. Okay, if you're a different Tony, then you're a different Tony. Don't know why you'd be going off the way you're going off. But the cell phone that I'm using right now is the one that you're all over. 2 different phone numbers. So I don't know any other animal that would be going on the way that you're going on. Just the way you're going on is not real unless you had some type of prior communication with me. And I refuse to work with you. You're angry, bro. Handle yourself. Take all those emotions, rein them in. You're not hurt at all. There's a lot of other people out there that can help you out, but they refused as well. So I have all kinds of proof. Bro, please. Don't mess with me, because if anyone knows, they know that I have voice notes for years.
He was bullied in school, and now he just feels some kind of way. So I'm gonna go cry in the corner.
No, I already made a video about not helping him. Sosua won. I was on the beach, did a whole video about him and everything, and said why I wasn't working with him. So there's some of you who I won't work with, but I will tell you, I won't ignore you. So if you guys get no answer from me, right, and you're wondering why, and we never had any other communication prior to that, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not like, I don't want to work with them. Of course, it's in my best interest to work with you, 100%. It's business is business. But if you're a difficult person and it's been a year and you just can't make up your mind what you're doing, and I've been kind and we leave back messages back and forth, and I will say to you, when you have your date, the time you're coming, how long you're coming, and your budget, let me know. And that's it. But when you come down talking trash about everyone and then everything like that, and I'm a woman and you're a man, just go deal with the men. Like, I have nothing else to say. Nothing. I'm just straight. So Tony, get it all out now, brother, because you're making me realize what I need right now. God is using you as a messenger right now. He is using you. You're being used as a messenger. So you're not evil or bad. You're angry, and you're allowed to be 100%. But you're giving me the incentive now to make sure that I do have a wrench. Make sure that when I am chilling with my buddy here, he does have in his cell phone in his hand, and he's like looking out for me, making sure that he's doing exactly what all you guys are doing by sticking up for me. Thank you. Blame it on my boogie. That's my girl. She's gonna be here soon. Yeah, she's coming on down. And she's gonna be moving on up to the north side, to the north coast, to the deluxe apartment. To what? To the beachfront. To the beach side. That's it, guys. I'm telling you, come on down here. I'm gonna do a separate video on $1,200 a month, and we're gonna work that one out. But right now, before we even get to all that, I would like to even do one where I am like showing you guys each day how much I'm spending. I think that would be kind of fun to share with all you guys, how I penny pinch, how I, can just be somewhere, and how much my food costs every day. I think you would be quite interested to see how much coffee and food costs. Gas is very expensive here. So if you're looking to get a car with that extra 500 thing that you have going on, please just make sure that you, think about the gas.
If you want insurance,
Insurance.
you gotta pay 6 months at a time.
6 months at a time for insurance if you want insurance.
You gotta pay it up front.
Yeah.
Or a year. 6 months will be.
Someone, Nikki, said, I know this isn't about cost, but I just wanted to ask about if there is an expat scene for single people in their late 30s. I'm single and with no kids. Absolutely. 100%. You can definitely, hold on. Charles Grams. Okay, I'm gonna get right back to Nikki. Lisa Jeskite. Yes, that's American baby. Okay, so Nikki, that's a very good question because a lot of people that are coming here have no children. Just recently, there's been a lot of people coming that have children, and it's quite interesting. Families are coming, single moms are coming. They're working it out. They're living in areas where there's a lot of schools located, like Playa Laguna and La Mulata. But this is not about that. This is about you, Nikki. There is a beautiful social scene going on in Cabarete for a lot of young women in different areas. There is one area in Suentro or something of that nature. ECN. I'll get it for you if you WhatsApp me. And it is an amazing place. That's a beach area. I'm trying to think of some other areas. 30-year-old women. 30-year-old women can. I don't know. Depends on your personality. You know, it sounds to me like you're a mature cat because you're already looking to relocate at your age. And that's usually the mark of an intelligent person that is wise beyond their years. So I would say that if you come here, you would probably mesh in with quite a few people in around 30s, you know, 40s. But I'm talking about expats. Now, if you're looking to do what I did and be with the locals, like the native people here, because a lot of the people that are 30, they speak English, you can find a really nice friend here and get in with a really group of good people, teachers, young girls that are teachers, young girls that are accountants, you know, doing like daycare stuff. And there's a woman that's a yoga teacher here, another one that's doing real estate. Natives, there's a lot of young native women here. And I would say that getting involved with them is always a really special thing as well, because then the network system that you got going on is amazing. And yeah, you're going to meet all different people here when you do come. But I guess I would have to say some El Bate. You're not going to meet a lot of 30-year-olds here. But I mean, come down so a lot more 30-year-olds can start coming down. You know what I mean? Be a trendsetter. And you're not going to be bored though, because you will find a few people your age. That's just the way the nature of the gravity and the earth and the universe and God works. You'll get here, you'll be on the beach, and oh my gosh, you meet your soul sister. You know what I mean? You both had to come to the Dominican Republic to do it. So all these little synchronistic things happen here on the beach. It's amazing. And again, the beach can be a very expensive place to share your time with your friends and family, or the beach can be one of the most economic places that you can share with your friends and your family, because you have the option. Go to the restaurant where all the food is really great. It's amazing food on the restaurant. And you can buy beers there for 200 pesos sometimes, large beers. The wind is blowing, guys, sorry. Large beers for like 200 pesos sometimes. Or you can go to the corner store right here and buy them for 125 pesos and keep them on the beach with you, right? So you can buy like a large one. Here's a large one. And that's 125 pesos in the corner store. You can buy a few of those, put them in a little cooler with some ice. Bam! Go to the beach and chill out with a few friends. Take a few sandwiches, and you can lead a really kind of low-cost lifestyle on the beach, but economical, and meet everyone, because there you're going to meet every walk of life, every race, every culture, every budget, and the people network on the beach as well. And yeah, and in Sosua there are a lot of tourists, but then there's also Las Terrenas. There's you know, there's all over. So Nikki, you will definitely be ahead of the game by coming now. 100%, girl.
And they can take bus rides out to Santiago.
Bus rides,
or into
that's
the
right.
capital, anywhere they want to go.
Yep, 100%. Charles Gums, I want to take you out for a drink when I get there. Thank you. And he said, ignore the negative, sweetheart. Thank you. Sylvain, this dude is wild. I will definitely vouch for you, girl. Thumbs up for your amazing service. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, let's see here. Blame it, and you're bringing goodies. She says I'm bringing goodies. Blame it on my boogie. We're gonna have a barbecue here when you come, girl. You're gonna meet Ken. You're gonna meet Elsa, Noche and Hero, and Gustavo, Mr. T from Educated Traveler Channel. Who else? Flip Flop Gregory, Tyson. Yeah, Fletchstar. Lisa Jessica is still, her daughter is still here. See, wow. Let me see. Oh, Charles, let's do any type of business together. There's always something available here, always, because it's still a developing country. Henry, hola. Is this Henry? Do I know you, Henry? From before? Were you in Sosua? Did we do a video together? Nikki Starling. I'm definitely down with expats and locals. It's just that a lot of videos in general about DR focus on people a bit older. They do, because people believe that they have to be on a pension to come down here, and they have to have a great big savings to come down here. And that's not the truth. So people wait a long time to fulfill their dreams. Meanwhile, their dream may not even be what they want by the time they get older. And then they figure out, oh, it's not what they really wanted. Practice right now and see if it really is something you want by coming down, doing some house sitting, either doing it for free or getting paid for it, do some online schooling, or sell your skill. And it doesn't hurt to even do it for 1 month, just to see how you get started. You can do a coaching session with me, and I can show you different network systems on social apps and everything, people you can get in contact with, and people that you can talk to, different ways that you can contact here and get in touch with all the services here before you even come. Doctors, and just network with people here. And I encourage you to also, once we have the coaching session, I encourage you to go on certain platforms just to introduce yourself. Let people know that you're coming here, because you will be able to make friends before you even come. People will be like, well, hey, we do this once a week. Why don't you come on out and join us? It costs 300 pesos for this or that. Or there's salsa dancing in different places. There's karaoke. There's different things. So a lot of people down here right now, when I first came here, were retired. A lot more people now are, and when people weren't retired, they were only coming for like a week, and now people are coming for a month, 6 months, and more. And they're coming to stay, and they're younger now. Ken is, how old are you? 36?
This month, 36.
36 in April.
In March.
In March. What day is it again?
26.
Huh?
26.
Your birthday's coming up, buddy. Aw. We're gonna have to do a little barbecue for Kenny. Kenny on the 26th of March. He's gonna be 36. So he's a young guy, and he's doing his thing here. He's been here since December 1st? January 1st.
Since December 29th.
Since December 29th.
But I moved into the apartment, January 1st.
January 1st. He moved in the apartment January 1st. We spoke on the phone a few times before he came. Well, a lot before he came. Sent you different options of places. And then I was just like, there's a place in my building that's available. And he lives right here in front of me. And like I said, he's a great neighbor. And he's a young guy. So younger people are coming down all the time. My video yesterday, Playa Sosua number 5, there's a young boy named Bagwan. And we opened up with him in the video pretty much. Well, no, I think he was a little bit, maybe 10 minutes into the video. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. But it was a long day. But he really did a good job coming down and securing a place for his mom. And It was beautiful. And he gave his shout out to his mom on the video and to his fiance. And he's a young guy too. And my gosh, there's a lot more young people coming down here. So don't be worried about that at all. Hello, Cerise. I want to make your day. Please go back to 6:03. What's 6:03, Kevin? 6:03. Time 6:03? Oh no, I'm on 7:14 right now. What time is it? Let me catch up first. Hold on, Kev. Nikki, haha, true. Oh gosh. This guy's talking so much crap. It's so funny because he's so clueless. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Dominicans that are listening to this or even reading that right now, their jaws must be so dropped, the ones that know me well and know that I help create jobs here and just the love we have. It's amazing. You're a silly boy. Should be silly, not pretty. Okay. Nikki told him, go away. Write a blog about it if you want. Mid-Atlantic 09. Someone get this keyboard gangster. Let's not even watch him. He
wants attention.
I said to him in one message, I actually said to him, please leave me alone, brother. You sound like my little sister. You remind me of my little sister. I actually said that to him. And I can't deal with you. No. It's been a year. All you do is blah, 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 blah. Same way he's doing right here. He's wasting his time, his energy, and he's just, now I'm wasting my time and my energy, so I'm done. Tony, keep on going, baby. Get it off your chest. You know I got the receipts. And anybody else that knows me, you know I got those receipts. Oh, gosh. Oh. Okay, let me see. Can someone live with a beach view or very close to the beach for $1,500 a month? Do you mean $1,000 for the whole budget? Yes, you can. 100%. You can live very close to the beach. Even in my building right now, there's a studio apartment for $450, and you can go up on the roof every day. There's a beautiful view of the beach. Ken is up on the roof all the time. I don't go up enough, but Ken goes up every day to get his sun. He says, Miss Cerise, you just go up for at least 5 minutes and you get the sun rays. It's beautiful, and it is amazing. I actually have a video of my roof. I did it, I think it's called Move to Sosua, the thumbnail. Such a beautiful view. And I'm just a 3-minute walk away from the beach. So it's definitely possible. Now behind us right here are other places. You're not going to get much of a view, but you're still only going to get like a 4-minute walk to the beach at a very economical price. And you are in the native area and you will meet people. You will meet everyone. It's just amazing. People will automatically start talking to you. Once they see what you're all about, they'll watch you at first and they'll look at you at first and watch and they'll be like, oh, La Gringa or El Gringo. Like there's someone new here. Who are they? What are they doing here? They just want to figure you out. They want to know what's up. They all know what I'm up to now. Everybody on my street, bam, they know me. They know I find apartments. They know I help create jobs. People contact me constantly to help with jobs. Even Americans, like recently, a few Americans have been contacting me for me to help them find Dominican workers as well. It's amazing how it's just paying it forward, being able to give back to the community that embraced me in, especially at a time in my life where I really was looking for change. I didn't need it, but I was like, hey, and I embraced it. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. How did I stumble upon this? It's like such a blessing. And what did I do to deserve this? I worked smartly. One of my events yesterday. But I worked smartly and I worked diligently, and now I know a lot of you guys have done even more working hard. A lot of you guys have worked hard in your life. And you guys want a place now where you want to take that money that you have saved, or maybe you work online, or maybe you are on a pension, and or maybe you're just going to retire early and you're like, yo, I saved up enough money, I don't need anything from anyone. I want to pay my couple of $100 a month in the countryside in the Dominican Republic, chill out, have everything delivered to me, and whenever I need to go to Sosua, I'll hit it just for the beach. Or you might even want to be by the beach, or maybe up in the hills in Los Cerros right here. You have so many options, guys. Here I am talking again so loudly, but the Rotson. Hello, how you doing, Nestor? Let's see here. I think this fall, winter, I'm going to try Cabarete for a month and then Roatan. Honduras, a month and decide. You know what? I've never done my story on how I actually got here. I've told a few people, but I've never really done the full story. Honduras is where I was aiming to go initially, but I couldn't get single occupancy because I was going solo. And so I contacted the agent and he's like, why don't you go to the Dominican Republic? And I came, and the rest is history, which I'll say one day. Maybe I'll get you to ask me questions one day when I'll do a live to air.
Okay.
And you can just ask me some questions.
Interview questions, I got you.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yes, there is a charge for the coaching fee. He's so silly. Should always charge for your time, guys. There's something that you can never get back. So when you do come here and you are starting a business, charge for your time 100% and what you think you're worth. Ken and I had a discussion about this the other day, and you know what? He provides a service that is very valuable to people here, and he charges what he is worth, and I agree with him now, because I understand that we had a whole discussion about it. We threw down the roof. Well, I did. I threw the roof down. I was like, no, 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 no. Why are you charging that much? Blah, blah. And but at the end of the day, it's not. It's really not a lot at all. So I applaud somebody who knows how to be able to put value on their worth to a point that makes them happy and the customer happy. A good balance, a win-win situation. So if you guys are coming down here to do a business, think about what your cost is going to be, what your time is all about, but also the economy, how it is here, and who you're dealing with and everything like that. And you'll be able to survive, especially if you have a skill or a service that you are offering people that's going to help them out 100%. I'm not saying take advantage, and I'm not saying that Ken was taking advantage, because he wasn't at all. We were just having a discussion. And Javier, hi, how are you? Fredo, hola Cerise, hola. Brandy Crawford, Cerise is a beautiful soul and great reason for getting established here in the Dominican Republic. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you. That's one of my prayer warriors right there. That girl there. We talk on WhatsApp back and forth, and we express good things. And she's one woman. Thank you, Brandy. I want to say right out right now, thank you. Because I don't have a lot of girlfriends here. You're one of those people who I can express to as well. And I am a very expressive person. I express to all you guys a lot as well, and on open. But then there's different things that are not necessarily private, but they are maybe confidential to other people's lives. And it's not just me involved in a situation. So I choose to talk to a handful of people who I have embraced as family here. And Brandy is one of those people. So thank you, sweetheart. I love you. Blesses, baby. And let's see. Fredo, tu eres bonita. Oh, gracias, Fredo. Charles, every time I'm there, I always just miss you. I see you broadcasting on Pedro Placente, but I can never seem to run into you. I stay at Las Palmeras every time I come, but I'm looking for something better. Sorry about the wind, guys. I've heard about Las Palmeras. Um, Let me know. Give me a shout on 829-702-7726. Let me know what your budget is and also your wish list. And I'll make sure that I definitely get back to you with some options. Will says, I'm coming in December to look around for a one-bedroom apartment in a gated community. Have any suggestions? I absolutely do. There are a lot of one-bedrooms. And especially next December, if you book it now, you might be able to get a really good spot for yourself. December is high season. And the prices do go up. They do go up. But it's possible. I always say wait till around September, October to book for December, because that's when things start to get really cheap. Really cheap in summertime because it's low season, but that's expected. But if you're looking to book during a higher financial month, book it in the lower months when it's unpredictable. In September, October, it's low season, coming out of low season, just about to go into high season, and a lot of the landlords are missing out on money. A lot of the landlords are like, yo, just hurry up and get here, high season. And last year, high season was unpredictable due to, this year it was unpredictable due to whatever was going on around the world, but last year was a very low high season. And the year before that was a very low high season. And I don't know about the year before that because I wasn't here. But I heard that it was a little different. So those of you who do own businesses here, a lot of you guys told me about restaurant business, and it's tough trying to keep it up. Even before, there were so many rules changing here. There was a lot going on in Sosua that was changing from month to month, and a lot of it was unpredictable. Even before the curfew came, there was a lot of stuff going on, controversial stuff going down on downtown street here, with the women and the police and all that stuff. And a lot of you guys were just like not coming because you didn't want to get caught up or involved in something that really wasn't all that bad at the time. It just was kind of like confusing for a lot of people at the moment. But it was a pretty slow season. So I would say, if you're going to book for the high season in December, start looking at it around September, October, especially with me, because that's when I can get you really good deals with landlords that own the place. And you're not going to pay as much of a high season cost. There's some people that, especially if it's a villa, you could pay $1,000 a month in July, and all of a sudden in December you're paying $400 more in just a few months. But if you book ahead of time, and a few months ahead of time, that landlord may agree to a discount deal. So, let's see here. I want something not too expensive, but with a stove or a microwave. That's everything, and very easy. That's very easy, Charles. Let's see. Derek Williams. Oh, this guy's asking me to produce. Tony, do yourself a favor, brah. Just allow all my viewers right now to learn. Allow me to do a little bit of guiding. There are people giving up their lives wherever they live, thinking about it, contemplating it, in the midst of planning it, or going to be here very soon. And they're watching. The last thing they really want to hear is your mentality. They really don't want to see you yelling through the keyboard what your personality is like. So calm down a little bit, please. If you don't like me, you're entitled to that. It's not that I don't like you. I just felt you weren't a person that I wanted to work with after we wasted each other's time for a year. How about that? I should have just kept to the first time when I first said I wasn't going to work with you. Okay? I've spent time on the phone with you. I've spent time on the phone with your woman. You went all the way from wanting to spend some astronomical amount to coming down and asking for really cheap apartments. Come on now. Like, why wouldn't you think I would keep those messages? You're volatile. Why would I delete those messages? I'm right here in Sosua. I'm on Playa Sosua every Sunday. Why don't you come speak to me on Sunday in person? And I'll see. Or what I'll do is I'll forward all your messages to my other cell phone and I'll play them live to air. My next one. Let's just agree to disagree. Okay? You need to just stop. Let these people learn. And you need to forgive me for whatever you think I did to you. I'm laughing at you, bro, because you remind me of my little sister. And I'm just telling you straight up, not a gangster. You're not a gangster. You can run your mouth all you want. All you want. You don't scare me. You're not saying anything. You're just running your mouth. You're like my little chihuahua. He has a big mouth and he was saying nothing because he's just upset. And you're allowed to be upset. But you're also allowed to show everybody out there that I was smart not to work with you. Like, you're just showing everybody that, like, wow, okay, like, I'm not desperate here. There's a lot of business, there's a lot of people coming, and I would not want you in one of my landlord's apartments, brah. You would be a nightmare for those landlords. As loud as he is, sounding like DMX. Arr! How come this electricity's not working? Rank stop. Oh, it's raining beautifully, guys. Derek, love your page. I can return to Canada anytime I like. I choose not to. And when you guys come here, you're going to choose not to as well. Can you hear me over the rain, guys? I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. From the bottom to the top. I am glad you guys didn't get rained out yesterday. Yes. What is a good online job for Canadians to do in DR? That's a good question, Derek. Teaching English online. And if you look at my video, not yesterday, but the day before, there's a video on, options like home setting, like sitting at house sitting, also sitting dogs, cats, stuff like that, and also teaching English online. And I have a couple of suggestions in that video, not links. You guys will have to do the Google yourself, but there's a couple of suggestions how you can teach English online. And you don't need a bachelor's degree. You guys can hear? Good. Absolutely. Gracias. I am glad you guys didn't get rained out. What is a good online job? I speak 3 languages fluently, Spanish very well, English and Italian. Francisco, do some online jobs. Teach. 100%. I mean, I can even help you out. I have every now and again people asking me if they want to come here, and they're asking me to do distant learning Spanish on WhatsApp. Right now, my buddy Gustavo teaches for me, but I like to have an option, of people. And he's a good guy, dignified guy, but a couple of people told me they don't understand his English all the time. And a couple of people told me that at times they want to learn differently. So I want to have other teachers with other styles. I think it's important. So let me know, and maybe we can figure something out before you even get here. I can't promise because I can't really say who's going to want to learn Italian and English and Spanish and stuff, but at least we can, connect. And it could be a way that you can look online as well. Look online. There's so many. Promote yourself on Instagram. Promote yourself on Facebook pages. Get yourself a page on Facebook. Promote your skill. Facebook has, I promote on Facebook. Amazing. If you guys want, I can do a video about that. My Instagram, I used to, but I don't really do as much. Every now and again, I will promote. But my views went down on Instagram a lot, and likes since I've been here. And that's fine. I wasn't trying to build that, but my Facebook page that I have, I think it has about 7,000 followers. And then I have a bunch of groups, a bunch of pages on Facebook, and you guys can make money on that. You know, you guys can just buy ads at first and sell your skill, no matter what you do, especially if it's an online skill like teaching. Wow. Consulting, you know, guiding people, helping people out to make them better their lives, anything like that. You know, writing, you guys can write. If you guys are good at writing, you guys can write for people, ghost writing. There's so many things that you guys can do. Look up online. Don't look up job. Don't look up work online. Don't look up all that. Just go on Google and plug in something cool, like make money on blogs, right? And then you can see what the different ways you can make money on blogs. Make money writing for someone, and then you'll see all the different ads. Okay, so check different things out. Now I'm only saying writing because I'm a writer, but if you guys are even interested in soul coaching, I teach soul coaching master courses. I don't promote them a lot here on my channel because you know, I get busy and everything, but that's available to you guys. If you guys look at my website, www.cerisefairfax.com, you guys will see that that's what I've been doing for many years. So there's so many ways that you can transfer your skills. They're called portable skills. So if you have any skill, you can, and if it's portable, you can bring it here. Sewing even, you know, there's so many things that you guys do that are amazing. That you guys can actually make portable as skills. Oh, La Gringa. Hola, sweetheart. Hello, Cerise. You're awesome. Watching your videos help me count down until we get there. Amazing. Blame it on my boogie. She said, Tony, you lie. Your feet stink and you don't love Jesus.
Wow. She went in.
Francisco, I want an ocean view. You can get an ocean view, but it depends on what type of view you want. What is a good online job?
I gotta make some calls.
All right.
I'll be ready in the morning.
Okay. What time?
What you said, 11?
I think 11. I'm going to see if I can go there for 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just let me know. I'll be
Okay. Can you lock the door for me? Thank you. Good night, Ken. Everyone's going to say good night.
Good night, good night.
All right. Looking for an oceanfront. Totally doable. Curfew is reduced now. It is, Chris, pilot guy. Chris, it is. It's reduced. It's eased up here. So from Monday to Friday, we're in the house at 9 o'clock at night. And we have 3 hours to travel. So that means we have until midnight to get in. The bars and restaurants are not open at that time. But if you like have a drink and you're finishing up, you can definitely stay there. You're not able to buy anything else after 9. But you can make your way home. And so if, let's say you're visiting in Sosua, and Santo Domingo, not Santo Domingo because you won't make it there, but Santiago is 2 hours away, you can make it to Santiago for curfew and you don't have to worry about anything. So my battery looks like it is going to give out, but it's been a 2-hour live. Wow, my battery really stayed connected in all this time. Graham Hughes and Casa Marina. Oh wait, let me go back up here. Javier, this is a nice surprise on a Monday evening. Thank you. Nikki, piggybacking off Will Mitchell. I am open to gay community, but I sort of rather spend less. Should single gringa live? No, you don't need to live in a gated community. Never. You don't really need to at all. Let me see if all these messages. I hope I'm not missing any. I'm going to go to the bottom now. Let me see. David Rich, hey, how are you, sweetheart? No rain in Cabarete yet. You might have it about now. What time was that that you said? You said that at 7:41? 7:45. Maybe in about 10 minutes you'll get it. Graham Hughes, what's up? Vivo por ella que me da, I don't know that word, fuerza, valor y libertad. You're really good at your Spanish, Graham. You speak proper Spanish. Really, really good. Rohawk, hi Cerise, I missed your stories. I hope to see you in July when I come down, and keep up the good work. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm gonna put up a story time soon, maybe tomorrow morning. I have so many videos in my, like, I don't know what you call it, in my memory, in my cell phone. I have so many videos. Oh my gosh, I gotta upload them. A lot of them have apartments though. I have like maybe 6 apartments that I have to upload. Check the freelance websites. Javier, a really good example of what you got to do. Just go on freelance websites. Anything for freelance jobs, whatever you have that is transferable, portable skills. The Rotson, I ran across your menopaused IG. Thank you. So guys, I'm 50 years old in December. I'm 49 now. I just turned 49 in December. And, things start changing in a woman's body. And I'm not in menopause yet, but I am headed there. And I wanted to learn about what it's all about so I could research it and be prepared for it, because I've heard so many nightmares about it. And I'm like, it's not even what we would all think. As long as you eat right, you sleep right, you think right, and you pause for the cause and not stress about little things, you're probably going to do pretty good through your menopause. So I created a YouTube channel called minnow dot underscore dot, so it kind of looks like a face. So it's like minnow dot underscore dot paused with a T, like something is paused in life. I think that's what we're supposed to do in menopause. We're supposed to pause. So meno in Spanish means less, right? And then you have pause. Those are 2, I think, very unique messages, things that we need to do when we're going through menopause. Less, do less, and we need to pause. That's why I named my channel Menopause. And I also opened up an IG account, an Instagram account. So thank you, the Rotson, for noticing that. I don't really want to tell everyone about menopause on this channel, but actually it's a nice time to do it, because I do want the support on the channel. I have 8 subscribers on there right now, which is cool. So if you ladies are watching and any of you are menopausing, ones that are already, retiring and moving here soon, I would love for you to subscribe and check out that channel. I talk a lot about, like, I think there's only about 4 videos up so far, or maybe 5, but I talk about, I don't know, different things. Food and menopause, sex and menopause, one video. So I'll be getting more into that topic on that channel. So if you guys can subscribe there, that would be great. Even if you're married to a woman and you want information on her menopause, maybe she's driving you crazy and you just need to know what she needs to eat in order to help her swing her moods right. Francisco, I am a stock trader and I speak 3 languages. Perfect. It's stock trader. Okay, there are a lot of stock traders coming here. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I guess maybe you guys just love to travel. Maybe that's what it is. Or maybe I'm just attracting a lot of people who love to do businesses and invest. Ken that just left does it as well. And a lot of people that I know. So yes, absolutely. And an apartment between 400 and up to 600 is a great monthly price. You can definitely do that if you're single, you're alone, and you don't need a lot. Monthly budget is between 1,200 and some months 1,800. Pretty good. Other months, but I want an ocean view, 1 or 2 bedroom apartment, cabarete. So it is possible to get a cabarete apartment. Looks like it's going a little foggy. To get a cabarete apartment, 2 bedroom, maybe not an ocean view. You can get a mountain view by, like, if you're in Callejón de la Loma, you can get a mountain view, and you can definitely get a 2 bedroom, and sometimes even like 15,000 pesos a month, in some areas, if you buy your own furniture, depending on how long you're staying for. I mean, if you really only need a bed and you only really need electricity and really good internet, you can really get humble, and you don't mind living right in the humble area if you don't need to talk on the phone, you don't mind motor control sound, you don't mind music, and you're day trading and you can just put like, headphones on, you can really go down cheap. Like you really can. So, and if you're not a person that spends a lot of money and you don't have a lot of habits, you can definitely save money, not like very much, very easily. And yes, I can definitely help you with that, Francisco. 100%. Graham Hughes. Fureza means strength. Laugh out loud. So what was it that you said? Aya lives. What you say? She lives with strength? No. Can you say it in English? I love your Spanish. Even when you and your wife were here, I mean, I was so impressed. I only knew hola then, though. Derek Williams, what is your WhatsApp? I'm Canadian and I bought a place in Punta Cana and need some business advice. 829-702-7726. Give me a shout. Give me a voice note. It's always best to give me a voice note or type it out. Let me know that you're Derek Williams and you are Canadian that owns something in Punta Cana, and we'll chit chat, okay? Now, it's up to you whether you want a consultation or whether you want me to connect you with someone in Punta Cana who can help you rent out your place like a real estate agent. I just connected with someone a couple of days ago about the same thing, about real estate. Where is the bully? Derek, advice. David Rich. No, he's here now. I don't know. How do I block him? Remove. There we go. Oh no, I only deleted the message. Put user in timeout. Oh wow, isn't that awesome? Hide user on this channel. Oh wow, isn't that awesome? And I can even make a moderator. Wow, I didn't realize that before. Look, I just got rid of them. But I mean, what? At the same time, I don't like censoring people because if that's the worst he can say about me, then he doesn't know me very well. Do you guys know that Marcus Aurelius he is a philosopher from way back in the day. Marcus Aurelius said never get upset when people say things about you, especially if they're just talking things that are just frivolous and not true. There's so many worse things that someone could say, and if what he's saying he thinks has merit, it doesn't. But I'm not going to trash talk him now that he's gone. Excuse me. I didn't know how to get rid of him earlier. Excuse me. I didn't know how to get rid of him earlier because I just never got rid of anyone off my channel during a live to air before. I let people talk. I think it's a good way for people to vent as well. And especially if someone used my service, this is the best place for them to come and talk about it with me. But, again, I didn't allow him to use my service because I sensed that it was not for me. And so did the other vloggers that I handed him over to. A lot of us vloggers here, we communicate with each other on WhatsApp. If any of you guys contact me and you want to be put in touch with like any of the guys here, I have their WhatsApp numbers. A lot of you guys will contact me for tailor-made dreams. A lot of you guys will contact me for flip-flop. And I'll just forward your number over to them. If they contact you, that's up to them. But, if you come at me in a way where I'm like, obviously I'm going to send them your voice note and your background information. I'm not just going to say, here's a number, call the person. I won't. But if you're a dude and you know that my services are not for you because you're looking for something that I don't offer, like, a party boat or something, here's Hero. Say hi to Hero. Like a party boat or something like that, or a gathering that tailor-made dreams would usually have or flip-flop would usually have, that I don't provide those services, but they do. And they're dudes that you might be able to relate to a lot. So definitely shout at me. They don't give their phone number out as far as I know, but I mean, you can always go on their channel and communicate with them. Both of them do get quite a lot of views and quite a lot of traffic. So I if they don't get back to you, I'm not surprised. They're busy men. But if you contact me and it's about something that is important, like I don't know, like maybe a gathering they're having or something, let me know. Be specific. Leave me a voice note, and I will send them everything that you send me. All the questions and your concerns, your comments, your what you would like. Okay, so it's not a problem at all of us vloggers are connected. There's a few of them that off the top of my head that too, if you guys just want to speak to anyone, you let me know. And also guys, if you guys have Airbnbs here and you want to rent them out, let me know. And if, like the other day, for instance, you know, I had a client contact me and he was looking at a place and contemplating a place here in Los Chetamicos. And he said, I didn't know where it was. And he's like, okay, well, you know, instead of paying you for your services to get me the apartment, can I pay you? And I told him a service that I can go and go check it out for him, go to the property, do a video of the area, do a video of like the guards in the front, just so he can kind of get a view of what's going on and the roads that he's going to be moving on. Because anyone can show you photos and videos like myself, and you don't really know what's on the outside. A lot of you guys do trust that the videos that I'm going to be showing you on the outside, it's going to be the expat area. I'm not going to put you in a country if you don't want to be there. Excuse me, in the countryside. So you do know that once you walk out, you're in the expat area. With a lot of the videos that I do show, you know that I'm going to put you in an area that I would live in myself, right? But if you guys get an Airbnb online, I don't know where that's at, but I'll go check it out for you and do a video out front for you, because you may be gung-ho on that one. You might get a good vibe from the photos. You might, that might be, those photos might be speaking to you. So, you know, I still want to help you out that way, just so you guys can make sure that you're coming here and you're making choices that are going to be good for your life. Especially for those of you who are going to be picking up everything and starting a new life here the way that I did. Let me see here. My WhatsApp is 829-702-7726. Just to say that again. Jose, I reported him for harassment. Oh, thank you, Jose. Thank you. Graham Hughes, I live for her. She gives me strength, value, and liberty. That's so beautiful. What is that? Who are you talking about? I'm going to get that tattooed on me somewhere. That's beautiful. I live for her. She gives me strength, value, and liberty. It reminds me of a quote in the Bible where it talks about wisdom. Wisdom is considered a woman in the Bible. And in the Bible, it's very beautifully written about wisdom, and, you know, how we should all try to get wisdom somehow, because it's so beautiful and so peaceful. I really love it. It also helps us to become virtuous people, right? Excuse me, like the Proverbs. Jose, there is a difference between having an opinion and just being disrespectful. Oh, thank you, Jose. I really appreciate that. Graham Hughes, famous song. It's a famous song. Oh my gosh, can you WhatsApp it to me, please? I'm gonna YouTube it when I'm finished here in a minute. Nikki, I reported him for harassment too. He was clogging up the chat. Oh, thanks, guys. He needed putting on menopause. Thank you, Graham. He needed putting on menopause. That's it. I mean, I think dude is menopausing. But we got to let people speak too. The Rotson, Tyler Made Dreams offers legal services. Everyone should get familiar with the program because you never know. Yes, Taylor Made Dreams, Russell is his name. He's been here and he offers that service, because I can only imagine how many of the dudes that come here get caught up. There are a lot of guys that used to come here. And like I said, I'm not seeing as many guys come in groups as I used to when I first got here. Now they're actually coming with their wives and their children a lot more, which is okay too, right? It's awesome. Um, and it's beautiful, but I could only imagine what some of these guys, when they come alone or when they come in groups and they get drinking and they get silly, what they get themselves into. So that's what I'm telling you. Take that last 500 chunk from the 1500 and spend it wisely. Don't go out and get drunk and, get yourself into problems. Go out and enjoy a good drink. Go out and enjoy the beach, enjoy all the clubs, the restaurants, the party boats, the everything that this beautiful island has to offer. Also the rivers, the chocolate tours, the tour for the, Brugal factory, the cigar factory. Go to the place where they have the beautiful statues. Go to Santo Domingo. There's so much to offer here. There's so many, even in Sosua, there's La Mulata, there's like Isbanola, there's Casa Linda, all the way up those hills. You could just choose one day to just go up into the mountains and have a wonderful time. There's so much to do where you don't have to spend your money and you don't have to do the same thing every day, guys. So be careful getting caught up. But if you do get caught up, there are ways to get out of it. And if you do need a number for, a police officer, excuse me, while you're here, you let me know. Excuse me. I have 2 police officers on my WhatsApp, and one of them I'm going to interview soon, just because he just seems like a real nice guy, and he works on the beach. The other one works on the beach as well. The other one I actually called before when I needed. So I would love for you guys just to know police officers. I mean, it's nice to know a lawyer, definitely, but excuse me, there's sometimes where you can just get into the police station here, and if you know a police officer and they know you, and they know that maybe you were picked up for nothing, maybe there's a misunderstanding, then you can speak to that police officer that you know, and things could get helped out a little bit more, even before going to a lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes sense to kind of, cut things down as it's a bush before it grows into a tree. It's a lot easier to pull a bush out. So I would say that you should have those connections anyway, just so you have your lawyer, you have the police connections, you have people here that are close to you that you can call family, right? A lot of you guys that contact me, like for instance, I have somebody coming that contacted me, never met him before, his name's Dave, and he's coming here next month, and he's picking up his cousin in Santo Domingo. And I asked him, I said, oh, is that your cousin? Like, you're Dominican? And he's like, oh, no. I just call him my cousin, my primo, because we've known each other for years now and we're friends. So a lot of you guys have that connection here already. You guys have family here already. So that's what other people who are coming here for it can definitely get as well. You're going to want some family, some nice Dominican friends. The Rotson, okay. Andrea Bocelli. Or is that Bocelli? Let me just take a photo of the screen. There. And of course, dark. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to Google her right now on YouTube. And I just want to say thank you, you guys, for joining me today. Excuse me. I think this is a sign that I need to go and relax now. Hold on. Oh, Andrea is a him. Okay. Oh, Andrea, maybe? I'm going to check them out. Thank you, Nikki, sweetheart. You have a good night, too. And yeah, guys, I'm going to do the internet for you guys. I'm going to make sure you guys know, especially those of you who do day trading, or you guys are working online and you need awesome internet. I get it. I understand. I'm going to make sure that I give you all the 3 forms of internet that is here. There's 3 forms. I'm going to go all the way down from the lowest to the highest. And I'm also going to find out how much, like, gigabytes you get the MPS. I really don't know all that language, but I'm going to learn it for you guys so I can bring it to you. And I need to learn it anyway, right? And I'll make sure I add that to a video because you guys are getting serious about moving, and you guys know that you don't need to have a big savings, and you know that you can prepare before you come by just getting a little online job. You can live here every day very economically, 20 bucks a day. You can with really cheap rent, and I would say to be comfortable, 50 bucks a day, you know, and that's, I mean, that's with your rent being included, right? I'm talking about your rent and everything. So that's living really on a budget. And don't be afraid to come down here and work while you're in paradise. It's not everybody wants to come down here and just sit on the beach. Some people want to come down and sit on the beach with their laptop, right? Some people want to come down and travel the beach, but also, you know, work from home. I know a lot of people. Rico Toro, one of the vloggers here, he works from home very, very diligently, very disciplined. It's not easy for him some nights. Some days we actually talked about that on one of our live to airs. Now I'm going to bring Rico on again sometime soon. But he said some days, you know, he has to really do time management. It's not easy to work from here. It's easy to get distracted and get out and about. But if you know how to manage your time, you know how to manage your money, and you also know how to manage your life, living here would be a great decision for you. So guys, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on this 2.5 hour live. Blame it on my boogie baby girl. I will see you soon. Let's chat tomorrow. Thank you for having my back today. And oh, he's an opera singer, Andrea. Okay. Oh, he's blind. Oh, I know. Did he pass away? Oh no, I think one of the 3 tenors passed away. Or I don't know, really don't know opera. I just know that there's 3 tenors. But I do want to say I'm going to listen to the video, and I will make sure that I enjoy it right now. Thank you, you guys, from the bottom of my heart for helping me out with giving me some views, for smashing that like button, for subscribing if you haven't already done so. Please go and do it. I like to upload every day. I try to, sometimes a couple a day. And yeah. If you're thinking about coming on down here, just give me a shout. 829-702-7726. Don't forget to add me on social media. I'm on all the social media platforms. I have Twitter, I have Instagram, I have Facebook, and I also have a few pages on Facebook as well. I have one page called Latin Living, and it is about all rentals that I have available. I also have Latin Living on Instagram. Take a moment to check out my menopause page if you can. It's gonna grow, and I know with the help of you ladies and men out there, it will grow. And yeah, hit me up anytime. I'm here for you, and we can talk about getting you here as quickly as you like, or as you plan and as you would like. A small loft or a tiny studio to a big beautiful house with its own pool. There's so many options here. You just have to let me know what your budget is and what your idea is to get settled. The Rotson, good night, Queen Bee. Thank you. Javier, have a good evening, Javier. Charles, you have a good evening too. Guys, I'm going to try to get that video up tomorrow about the internet. I'm going to try my hardest, but I'm a little busy tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a review on a restaurant. I'm going to be doing a video review, but I probably won't put the review up until next week sometime, because again, I have a lot of videos backlogged. But I'm going to Cabarete tomorrow. I'm going to try something tomorrow. I'm going to try to go and I'm going to try to get just a little filler right here, because I'm starting to get some wrinkles around my lips, and this is my year of being a little bit more healthy, and I lost about 3 pounds, and I'm eating better. You know, still doing a little bit of drinking of the beer and wine when I have company and stuff. But, you know, I mean, that's going to work itself out. I have until December to do it. And I also want to just go for a facial tomorrow and see what I can do about these wrinkles that are starting on my lips. So I'm going to do that in Cabarete. And I'm also going to do a little bit of information for it for my channel, Menopaused. So if there's any of you ladies out there that are feeling a little bit like your maturity lines are getting to you, I'm going to be doing a video on that. I'm just gonna see the filler. It's a little bit less expensive here, you know, and stuff like that. I've already had my eyebrows microbladed before here because they're blonde, very difficult to see, and well, they're kind of reddish blonde, and you know, so I had that done here before, and I got a video done on that, and it was fun. It was great. So yes, if you ladies are looking and you're wondering about Botox, you're wondering about filler, you're wondering about tattooing and the microblading and the dyeing of the hair, there are amazing salons here, and there's a lot of Dominican women who are very well versed as well, not just foreigners, because there are a lot of foreigners here that run places like clinics, beautiful clinicas, beautiful, and good prices too. But I mean, if you want to pay it forward, then you want to go to a Dominican doctor, Dominicana doctor, or Dominican doctor, and there's a lot of them in Puerto Plata, a lot of them in Santiago, a lot of them all around, like even in Santo Domingo. So check it out. If you guys need any suggestions on anyone, I have a couple that I can send you to, good women that I know personally, and you know, they can quote you online. You just send them your photos, even if you're a male and you just want to change, you know, even if you want to go for a nose job, or you want to go for like microblading for your hair to make it seem like you have a hairline or whatever because you don't like being bald or whatever. There's so many options here for the beauty industry as well. Tomorrow again, I'm going to Cabarete, and I'm going to see what I can do right here, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. Alrighty, and also it's in a dentist. There's a dentist right close to that office. So if you guys are looking for a dental, somebody to take care of your teeth, let me know, okay? Again, my WhatsApp number, 829-702-7726. Guys, I love you so much. My battery is about to run out, and I really wanted to do something different tonight. Blame it on my buggy. These damn hot are killing me. All right, guys, I'm gonna sign out. At least I got to say goodnight, and it's on my longest live to air, 2.5 hours. I think that's my longest live to air, and my battery didn't go out. What did I do today to deserve all this greatness? I'm gonna be quiet now and just say goodbye, and I love you. Huge hugs, loads of love, big blessings, and I'm gonna go check out the Andrea guy, the opera singer. That song, because I love those lyrics. Thank you, Graham. Thank you, everyone else, for having my back tonight. I apologize about that spam, but it happens, and you know, I think every now and again we have got to expect that in life. Mwah. Have a wonderful evening. I got to say goodbye.